Day on the homestead here, and we just made it through about 5 to 6 days of pretty much straight wetness and rain, which is great because I usually don't water the garden, but I was most worried about what it was doing to my okra. The moisture really messed it up, and so there's just one level of flowers that just kind of rotted off. Yeah, see, they just got so wet, the flower petals just rotted and weren't pollinated, but the new flowers are already emerging. Really, really beautiful flowers, so I'm happy about that. Got some marigolds going on. The sunflowers are up and just being all bright and happy, and there are some tall ones. Yikes, that has to be, I don't know, 10 feet maybe. But let's see, coming up here, the trellis is full of morning glories and long beans. The first morning glory bloomed today. Oh gosh, it's kind of hard to see, but also there is this long bean that is going on 2 feet long. I just kind of want to see how far it's gonna go, but it's just so fun seeing these beans just hanging from the trellis, the archway. I'm harvesting a lot of this Malabar spinach. It's so lush, it's just amazing. There has been some chaos happening in the garden, involving things toppling over, like this big clump of morning glories. Yeah, they kind of fell onto my tomatoes. These aromas are they're kind of a mess. However, they're being very fruitful. But weird things are happening. A bird decided it was a good idea just to build a nest in it. Obviously, I don't know if it thinks the garden is a safe haven or what, but I thought that was kind of funny. I'm just gonna leave it. Why not? We've been getting some nice big beefsteak tomatoes, but it looks like they're kind of slowing down. Also, the cucumbers are all kind of dying back. There's just some old ones, but the vines are pretty much dead now. But in this bed, the bell peppers, they took a long time, but they're finally flowering. I don't know if we're gonna see peppers from these this season. However, I planted mini sweet peppers over here, and funny enough, one of them, I just used seeds from the grocery store peppers, and two of them turned into bell peppers. So this is a mystery pepper. I don't know quite what it's going to turn into, but this is what they should look like, and we'll see what color that turns out to be. I've also got some more cilantro and some poblanos. They still are not producing, but they sure are tall. Yeah, 4 feet. My goodness. Some cayenne peppers. That'll be fun to see them turn red. And my jalapenos, I would say they're ready to pick now. Let's see. Over here is what was the summer squash kind of mess. Obviously, it's just kind of expiring, but there's still some interestingly shaped fruit there, so I'm just letting it do its thing. I kind of cleaned up this bed to get ready to plant some last cold weather crops like leafy greens, radishes, turnips. We'll see how that goes. But the beans back here by the okra, they're still producing. The yellow beans, the green beans. And this is just kind of a mess with some kale and radish. I'm not sure what to do with that. But we're still getting chard. These mallow flowers are just so beautiful. I'm definitely going to plant a lot of those next year because they just keep flowering. It's been like, I don't know, it feels like months. The dill is still hanging on, sort of. I should pull these turnips so I can plant something else. This whole bed of green and purple beans is doing so well, as are the dino kale. And I have kale back there, here and there, that's really happy. I did some pruning on the Brussels sprouts, as you can see, and that's just to encourage the sprouts to fatten. Got some going on back there, let's see. Yup, I see some Brussels sprouts. And these nasturtium, oh my goodness. They smell amazing, but they just came back more vibrant than maybe I've ever seen before. This tomato trellis I had to stake back up because it completely was like, it was bent like that. It was really bad. But the tomatoes are still producing, maybe slowing down a bit. All the rain caused a lot to split, but you know, it happens. The cucumbers here, well, they're pretty much died back. Maybe I'll plant something else. I have more long beans of a slightly different variety. And then these cranberry beans, they're so pretty. I can't wait to pick them, cook up a pot of fresh beans. And I think lastly I did some work back here, just prepping the beds for planting again. Hello, marigolds. Oh yeah, I have random long beans here I completely forgot about. Nice, and more chard. And some cilantro I'm gonna let go to seed, because coriander, the spice, is made from the ground seeds. Prepped this bed too, and back here I have some peas, sugar snap peas that I really, really hope will grow. Have some more beets. Ooh, that's a nice one. Kind of saving these just to pick as needed, but let's see. Yeah, I think that's what's going on in the garden. Hello, pretty flowers. Back there is the knotweed mess. I cleared like this whole area, but haven't been able to keep up with it. But there are some squash plants in there that are flowering. Look at that. And some beans. So anything that comes out of that is just a complete bonus. But I think that's it. Yeah, lots to enjoy right now this season in the garden.